Hey guys, Mr. Thibodeau here. So, we are going over lesson 15. Now, a few things to go over here. The first thing is I will not be doing a video for the written practice. Okay? Sorry about the train. The written practice or any of the things, I'm not going to make a video for, but what I will do is if you get stuck on any question at all or a series of questions, send me an email and then I'll make a video specifically for that question to walk you through it, okay? All right. Now, for lesson 15, of course, you're starting with your mental map. Then you're doing your problem solving, okay? This is kind of it's kind of almost Sudoku-esque. It's small little bits and bobs trying to put it together. Now, the new concept. Okay. Here we're talking about equivalent fractions and reducing fractions. Okay, now equivalent fractions are very important because equivalent fractions, and let me make sure it's all in here, and reducing. Lesson 12. Okay. Now here you see class example. All of these are the exact same, right? That's the exact same amount. The amount has not changed. What has changed is the portion of each amount, right? 4/8 is this complete same as 1/2, 1 second. 2/4, same as 3/6. Okay, it's all the same. When this becomes important is when you're trying to divide it into smaller bits, or if you're trying to add them into each other. Okay, you cannot just add fractions across until they have the same denominator. When the denominator is the same, then you can add or subtract fractions to each other. You can multiply without them being the same, but when you are adding and subtracting, they have to be the same bottom number. So you need to be able to know how to figure out equivalent fractions, because there's times which I have a half, but I can't. It won't help me in with my equation. I need to change that half to say 4/8, because then I'll be able to use it. Okay, so it doesn't change the amount, but it changes how I use it, and it'll be more helpful. When you're doing the equivalent fractions, you just multiply both top and bottom number by the same number. So both numbers by 2, both numbers by 3, both numbers by 4. You could do both numbers by 5 and get 5/10. You could do both numbers by 6 and get 6/12. Okay. Over here, we're able to see find an equivalent fraction for 2/3 that has the denominator, the bottom number, of 12. Okay. So in order to get 3 over to 12, I have to times it by 4. And when I times the bottom number by 4, I times the top number by 4 as well. 2/3 is the exact same number as 8/12. Okay. So I don't think this will be too difficult for you guys. Here you see an example using a ruler. Okay, each one of those notches is 1/16. Sometimes it is helpful to be able to talk about it as in a 1/2 inch, a full inch, or a 1/16. Okay. Over here, they start talking about reducing fractions. Okay. If you can make a fraction larger, okay, we go from 1/2 to 4/8. You can also do the opposite. Okay. This you just divide by the same number. Okay. So reduce, and you'll do this at nearly the end of most of these fraction problems, because we don't want to end with a problem with 18/24. I don't really know what that is. I can't really picture that in my head. Not off the top, not easily. So, but when I figure out that I can divide both of those by 2, and I can get to 9/12, and then I can divide each of those by 3 and get 3/4. Well, 3/4 is actually very useful for me. I know exactly right off the top of my head what 3/4 is. I can picture that. So now I have a really good understanding of what that number is. So you really want to always bring this down to the lowest number. 18/24, I'm not really sure. I can't picture that very easily. 3/4, I can picture that super easily. Okay. Here we see mixed number. Okay. So 12 ninths. First off, there's a whole number in there. There's a whole 9 in there that we can get out, and then we can reduce from there. I think the book does a pretty good job of doing this, so I don't think you'll have any questions. When you do the full practice set, of course, for the written practice, let's go ahead and do 1 through 10. And then I think 12 through 30 even. Okay. So 1 through 10 and then 12 through 30 even. Okay. And that's the work for today. Again, if you get stuck with anything at all, please go ahead and shoot me an email and I will make you a video or something for it.